Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Craft the World. This is the episode you guys are probably waiting for because this is the first one of the next level, Level 2, the Land of Winter Haven. It's the medium-sized map. If you look at the first one, you can see a pretty decent size difference. This is a small world, whereas this one is a little bigger. And by a little bigger, I mean probably about probably half a size bigger than the other one is. So 1.5, where the other one would just be 1. This is a world type of ice. Not quite sure what that means just yet. Weather types or weather events are average. I'm guessing that means, the rain and the snow, I guess, things of that sort. On this one, it was just rain. But we did have a spell that cast snow, and since this is an ice world, I'm guessing it's going to be snow. Maybe a little bit of rain mixed in, I'm not sure. Topography is mountains, just the same as the other one was. No, this one was hills. So maybe a little bit more stone than before because it is mountains. And then difficulty is normal, whereas the last one was easy. The last one, I spent my time. I took as much time as I needed, and it was a learning experience for me and for you guys if you watched it. And that took 21.27 hours basically, so almost a full day. This one may go by a little quicker because we know what we're doing, but it is a bigger world, so it may even take longer. We're not quite sure yet. So we're going to go ahead and hit the play button and see what happens. Hopefully maybe a little intro or something. Wow, that's it? Oh man, no little intro to explain why we're headed out the way we are. Only good thing I can say is there's no wave incoming. So let's see. Complete the shelter. Complete the shelter by putting up a totem in its center. This will scare off monsters and evil spirits. The shelter must be protected by walls on all sides, while the entrance should be covered with doors or hatches. Digging a tunnel. Cut down trees. So basically the same stuff we did the first time around. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly the same stuff. Wood and stone. So we're going to get a little bit of wood here, and then a little bit of stone, because we definitely want to build some better pickaxes. Yeah, okay, we got that. You can see we're about ready to level again as well, which will give us another dwarf. So it's kind of cool. I really do wish there would be a storyline. As a writer myself, I guess that's why I'm partial to stories. It does kind of bring games and movies and things of that sort alive and let you get, really involved in the characters and things if you have a good story. But as far as I know, no story here. I mean, it's just you start it out and that's it. You're ready to go, and I kind of wish they would do a little bit more than that. That seems kind of cheap. The game is great. Graphics are great. Everything else about the game I thoroughly enjoy, but I'm not a big fan of the fact that we just beat a level and I'm left hanging thinking that, what just happened? I mean, where's the big payoff, that cutscene that everybody's looking forward to? I'm not asking for huge graphics, just a little bit of, closure, I guess, after that last level. I mean, we did all that work. We progressed through all the upgrades and things, and we don't get any kind of payoff. That seems a little crappy, a little gyp. I feel a little gypped on that one. So let's see. Okay, we can do this. So let's go ahead and put this on, because we need at least one for this guy. Preferably 2, because we are about to have another guy, but there we go. We got our first totem. Level up. And you need this totem, guys, for those of you who are just starting out watching this for the very first time. You need this totem to build a house. If you don't have a totem, you can build the house and build the walls and put the roof on it, all that stuff, but they won't go to sleep and they won't get healed without that totem being in there. So just make sure that you do realize that you got it. At the very first time I played this game, I kept trying to figure out, how do you build a totem? It doesn't tell me what resources I need to build a totem. Well, yeah, it doesn't tell you what resources yet. Eventually it will tell you so you can build your own, but it does give you one right off the bat. And that's, really all that's important right now. So, let's see, I got stone pickaxe. I put that on my guy. I guess it gave me one for free, because I have 2. So that's kind of nice, because my second guy's about to show up. There he is, so I can put this on him. And for those of you who are not familiar with stone pickaxes, It basically just increases my mining by 15 points. So they become a little bit better. As you can see right here on each one of my guys, there's 3 empty slots. And they start off with 1 skill. On this one, he happens to be a logger. He just spawned here. He hasn't actually logged anything. He just happens to be a logger. And the more he logs, the more wood he chops down, the higher his experience will get into this naturally over time. This guy's an archer, so the more he uses his weapon, the higher that will go up. But you can actually make them specialize in other things as well. They can have up to 3 things they specialize in. So, if you're in a hurry, you can have them chop some of this stuff down. I'm going to go ahead and make this area as flat as possible. Dig a tunnel. Okay, well, I guess you can consider that a tunnel. I mean, it's not really, but I wonder if I have to chop these trees down. Are the trees growing out of the second snowbank? Is that what it is? Or are they growing on top of the snow? I don't know on that one. I don't know if they're growing on top of the snow or out of it. Either way, I need that wood, so... And I'm guessing when the snow falls, it just compacts itself. It just, adds another layer. So we're definitely going to have to build some kind of roofing system like we did last time, where we built a layer of like dirt up here on the top. That way the trees can grow unaffected by the snow, and the snow has a layer that they can fall upon. So we'll do that here in a minute. After we get a fair, decent amount of wood and dirt. Yeah, we need some dirt. I guess I can't dig underneath there. That sucks, because I definitely would move this sucker right here. This whole base, I would actually move further down into the ground if I could. So let's get rid of this snow. So you're saying I'll never be able to get rid of the snow right here. There has to be a way to replace that with something else. Go ahead and chop this stuff down. It is kind of slow when you first start off. You got to remember that as you progress through the game, as you do more and more tasks that they ask you, you'll level faster. So this one, it wants me to collect 10 stone, and I get 10 points of experience. This one, new technology, it wants me to finish off the basic woodworking. And then, of course, complete the shelter. So if I do all of that, it will give me points, which will level me up a lot faster than what I'm doing right now. And so I guess let's get rid of the snow. I don't really like having snow on the first level. And the bricks, these rocks, I have to have it. Let's see. Smithing book increases the speed at which objects are made from metal. Now, I'm not doing smithing yet, otherwise I would definitely use it. I've learned my lesson on the last one. As you can see, when you go into your equipment, if you go to the last tab, you have these books. I wish I had used all the books that I had gained on my last level. I kept thinking that maybe we'd be able to hold on to it and use it on this level, right off the bat, and give myself a little bit of an advantage, but it didn't turn out to be that case, so we're just... there we go, 10 of those. Making do the best we have now, but definitely something to learn from my mistakes. As soon as you get those book guys, use them. If you're using that skill, you also gotta keep in mind that your guys are at this level, and even at higher levels, prone to dying. Especially at this level, they're prone to dying quite a bit. And because of that, if you use those books and then they die, you lose the books and you lose that little added advantage. So if you want to hold on to them for an hour, 2 hours into the game before you start using that, that's understandable. It's definitely something you can do, and it might be a good idea, especially for skills that you're not going to be using anytime soon. So but you do... Oh man, I want to chop all this, get all this wood, man. What are you guys waiting for? I'll stop them from attacking or doing anything else, and they should come over here and pick up all these resources. Let's see, what can I craft anyways? Stone axes will help you chop down trees a little bit faster. You'll see it also increases your damage a little bit too, so damage by 12 and lumbering by 15, which is nice. And then clubs is just damage. That's the weapon you'll use for your melee, and that one just increases damage by 15. So the two combined, I guess, would be a 30 damage, which is kind of nice. Let's see, ladder. I'll go ahead and make a ladder because it did have a quest for that. Let's do 4 of them to start with. We don't want to do too much. Snow is a new thing. We hadn't had snow in the last level. Can be melted into usable water. Huh. Wonder how you melt it. You might have to use some kind of torches or something like that to do that. And I haven't put this totem down yet because, one, we don't have a house to put it in. Now, you can build a house out of dirt walls if that's what you want, but we don't really have any materials to cover this little... come on, guys, what are you waiting for? Pick up all that stuff. To build around this little area yet. I can use stone to do it. I could use dirt to do it, but either way, I don't have any of those resources to spare at the moment. So that's why I haven't done it yet. I may just go ahead and use dirt or stone right now to build a temporary little thing around it, but that doesn't really matter either because, again, we don't have any beds to put in here, so it's not really a huge priority. I guess, yeah, the snow is rebuilding itself here as it falls, so that's going to get kind of annoying. I do need to put that layer of dirt as fast as possible. There's just so many things I want to do right now, and I don't really have the guys to do it. Let's get rid of that. Get as much of this snow out of the way as possible. Wish I could chop that down. There we go. At least the one good thing about this is the snow is incredibly easy to take down. You know, as you get further and further, you know, these rocks will take longer and longer and longer to destroy as you're mining it. Whereas the snow, I think it's what, 2 hits, 3 hits? 1, 2, yeah, 2 hits a piece, and it's gone. You know, the rock I think is like 5 or 6. Let's see, the dirt, 1, 2, 3. So 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So you can see it's progressively getting a little bit longer each time. Man, I'm really just digging the crap out of this ground. Get rid of this stuff, guys. And this right here, this little layer, is kind of what I want to do, but I want to do it way up here on the top. You know, big enough for these trees to grow 4 or 5 things high for me to build a house over here, you know. Let's see, what is this? Logger's book. I'll definitely use that. Let's see. This guy's an archer. This guy's a logger, so we'll use that on him. And you can see it went from 10 to 20. And the higher it is on the skill, the faster he will be at using or doing that particular thing, you know. If he's a logger and he's mining, well, he's still going to be kind of slow. But if he's a logger and he's chopping trees down, you know, he's going to be pretty quick at it. So let's see, stone. I guess we can use that. I hate almost using snow. Or, no, I'm not going to use stone. You know, because it's used in so many things, and whereas dirt is just everywhere. I mean, you're going to get so much dirt that you literally will be maxed out on it, and you'll still get more and more and more dirt, and it just it basically becomes almost a waste because you can't pick up anymore, and yet you're still mining it and still picking it up, so it's just not being registered. Oh, there's water down here. That's cool, so I can build myself a little pool. As long as, I guess, maybe it's covered up. I don't know if it gets exposed to the light, or not to the light, but to the surface. Will it freeze? Will it turn into ice? I'm not sure on that one, so. This is a mess. Okay, chop this stuff down. Oh, great. Already got a little ghost coming over here. I always thought you got the ghost because they said they were dwarfs that had died, but I haven't lost any dwarfs on this map, so I didn't think I'd be getting any ghost already, but I guess I am. Okay, so we're going to set it off right here. Yeah, it's going to be good enough right there. And that way they can at least climb up the sides and things of that sort. Because if you cut off the back, you know, over here where it's just pure air, when you get further down, you'll actually see that when you do the 2 layers, it still has a back to it because it's telling you that that's underground. And because it's underground, you can climb up on it. But if it doesn't have a back, if it's just that nice little view right there in the background, there's nothing for them to grip onto like they are right there and climb up. And so they can get stuck down there unless they have somewhere over here to the side to kind of climb up and get over there. Let's see, what are the other tasks that I have? New technology. You must craft items to finish this research. Okay. I guess I can do that. I think I have not really a lot of wood, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Let's see. I need to do a few more of those. Wooden hatch, log bridge. No, I'm not going to waste my time on those. But I do know you're going to use a whole lot of ladders in this game. So if you can level yourself up by making that, so much the better. Okay, there we go. Basic illuminating. These will come in handy. Of course, I'm going to need slime from snails, which I don't think I have, or resin from trees. Magic light. Yeah, we're not going to use our power on that. Stone axe, stone pickaxe. So I need to make more of those. Okay, let's see. We don't need more of that just yet, but we can make a few of these. Gonna need more wood. As I said, wood is one of those things that you're gonna be using a whole lot of in this game. Let's make 4. Now we're at 1. And we got another guy. Sweet. No, go to equipped. Where's he at? Guess I have to wait for him to spawn. Yeah, there he is. He's coming. Now I can give him stone axe, I guess. I don't have the pickaxe to give him yet, so he's going to be digging with his hands for the time being. Smithing book. He's a climber. Okay, so climbers will obviously get up and down this like rock face and stuff a little bit faster than most people will. So that's kind of useful for getting around, especially early on in the game. But come on, guys, what are you doing? I need a suitable tool. Well, go harvest that stuff then, because as soon as you pick up some of those tree logs or whatever, I can make you some. So he won't even mine without a tool. I didn't even realize that. Let's do this. I still need one more. Okay, guy, go pick it up. These guys are already falling down. Let's go ahead and put this. So it gives him something to do at least. Okay, now I can make it. Just barely. And this is why I didn't want to use the stone, because at the very beginning of the game, this is, you know, you're going to be using this a lot more. New technology, yeah. Let's see, basic furnishings, wood, yeah. We're going to need a lot more wood. Let's go ahead and give him his pickaxe. Boom, baby. Now he has plenty to do. And now we finally reached the level up. Nice. We got another pickaxe, so don't have to make another one just yet. And let's see, what is this? Logger's book. Okay, go ahead and give that to my logger. Here he is. Use it. 29 instead of 30. Wonder why I only got 9 out of that. I'm not sure. But we finally got into the basement, or the underground part. You can see right here, this one little block. Everything has already been harvested. The 2 layers have already been gone. And that's why you see that little, you know, dark little area behind it, and right here underneath this guy as well. But anything above that will grow trees, and you'll get, you know, beautiful scenery behind it. Anything below, you're just going to get that kind of wall, which actually is kind of cool looking. I kind of like the way that wall looks. It's nothing negative. It's just it's letting you know that that's above and that's below. So trees will grow up here, but they won't grow down here from what I've seen. And maybe water will be water from this point down, but not from this point up. I'm not quite sure how that works yet, so we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and keep putting down this ladder. Helps them climb a little bit easier and fall down a little bit less often. Granted, as long as this water is down here, when they fall down, they won't get hurt. But, you know, on any other level where they fall down and land on dirt or stone or anything horrible like that, and they take a long trip down, you know, they have to fall, they will take, you know, a decent amount of damage to the point where they will, you know, quite literally die from that kind of fall. If it's you know, far enough, so keep that in mind for sure. Finally got some coal down here. Don't necessarily need it just yet, but definitely will here pretty soon. And this is why one of the reasons I wish I could pick this sucker up and move it. I'd rather move it down here and have my base a little bit more secure. As you can see, we do have a wave incoming in about 45 minutes, so that's something we need to take into account. Definitely need to do something about this up here. Man, got a lot to do. Let's see. Okay, I finally got some dirt. So let's see. Can I build myself a way up? Yeah, I think this will be high enough, right? Yeah, probably. Actually, let's go one more. Basically, what this is going to do is create a nice little roof unit so that all the snow that falls will be blocked and fall up here. And then, you know, of course, I can have trees grow down here. And the only reason I'm doing this layer going straight up is so that they can climb something, so they have a way to get up there. Because I don't have scaffolding just yet, and I don't want to waste my wood on ladders and then have to take that apart. You know, I'd rather build this this wall out of dirt and then take that down later on. So definitely something we need to get over here and do as soon as possible. But this wall will eventually just be floating up here, not connected to the ground, and it will go off in both directions really, really far. And then down here I'll just have all my trees growing, and I can set down traps and things of that sort to stop the enemy from getting to me. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Ooh, another book. Increases the time you can hold your breath underwater. I don't have somebody I want to give that to just yet, so I'll hold off on picking somebody for now. I kind of want to make this little area down here just my giant swimming pool. Because the enemies, when it is a pool, they will have a hard time realizing that it's water versus, you know, something else. And they'll literally just walk right into it. And if it's deep enough, they get trapped down there. They can't get out. And so if you put, you know, wooden traps down here, they walk back and forth over them, taking the hits. But also, you know, they get trapped down there until the sun comes up, and then they just die. So it's a good way to get rid of them pretty easy without having to, you know, sit there and get killed or, you know, build up defenses and things of that sort that you may not necessarily want to build just yet. Let's keep putting that on there. And of course it turns red because they have no way to get to the blocks after a certain point, so man, they got a lot of resources down here to pick up. Let's see, what else does it want me to do real quick? New technology, okay, cut down 30 trees. I guess I need to do that anyways. Make equipment. Well, I'm going to hold off on the trees, I guess. There's really no way for me to get to them very easily yet. And I need the dirt to finish this up. Okay. Come on, guys. What's your deal? I don't know why it's all turning red. Go for it, man. Can he not climb? I mean, what's the deal? Okay, that's kind of weird. I guess let's go ahead and put it up here. sure what's going on now. You shouldn't have a problem building this. Unless it's because it's becoming nightfall. You can see he's confused. He's standing there with the materials and it's like, nope, can't do that. Let's get rid of all this then. Yeah, see, he put it back in his... It's like, forget it. You can't even figure out what you want to do. Let's get rid of this. Anytime you have darkness, these little leaves will spawn, and you kind of need this stuff to make beds in the very beginning. You need it later on to make food. But it happens so often, you don't need to go out of your way to make sure you have it. You know, you're going to get them. It's just when you see them, you definitely want to chop them down to get in your way. If you put lights in certain areas, you know, like down here where you can't really see that well, they won't grow back. So that's a good way to stop that from happening. Go ahead and kill it if you want. Unga! And I will eventually expand this area, but I need to dig around it first. Come down here and put some of these stone blocks down. Because the water tends to last a lot longer when it's around stone blocks than when it's around dirt. Dirt, you know, like in real life, probably absorbs it in the game. It just seems that the water level will go down really, really dramatically fast otherwise, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, so we got that going. Can I not put it up this high? Seriously, it won't let me put dirt up this high? It will now. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see, what are we doing? Yes, this is the strangest map I've ever started. As far as the design that I'm going for you. And I think maybe I'm trying to do more advanced techniques than I probably should. I guess this will be high enough. Kill that snail, because he's in the way, and that's why it's not building a block there. That's why it's still red. Because somehow the snail decided that he wanted to make his home up here. Actually, let's leave that out. That way they can climb up here, come up to the outside, and climb up. Because once they put that brick down, or that rock, there's no way really for them to get up there anymore. What about a ladder? I guess I can build a ladder up there. Here comes some more snow. And they usually put you right in the center of the map. If you look, the snow is falling on one side and not the other. Let's see how big this place is. Has it got a skeleton over here? What is that? Yeah, skeleton warrior. You got a few enemies over here, actually. Quite a bit. I don't know what these guys are. No, don't go attack them. Oh, here comes one already. Is he gonna make it to me? Yep, I think he is. Oh, there's already some down here. I didn't even notice that. Kill him! And you can see your guys are taking hits, but there's no way to heal these guys up yet. They can't go to bed because you haven't built them a bed, one, and you don't have a structure to put them in. Come on, kill him. Oh, he's doing pretty well with that, and all he has is a little crappy dagger. Actually, I think I got an extra guy that I haven't equipped yet. There we go. Put that stuff on him before we... I guess we don't really have anything to give him. He's a miner, which will help us out at least. Can we get over... Let's chop this down, guys. I don't know what you're waiting for on that one. Oh, man. I'm so confused. What am I doing? I need wood. And here comes some more guys. Where am I going to get my wood? I guess let's start chopping here. It won't let me chop here for some reason. Is there a problem with chopping? There we go. I guess we got to chop from the top down. Maybe the snow is kind of like sand. It will just fall straight down. That guy almost killed himself right there because there's no water there. Go ahead and nah, I'm gonna hold off on that because I need to be able to dig down underneath it without expanding it. Because the water will go wherever it is allowed to go. So if I dig this little block, it will fill up that block. If I dig straight down this way, all the water will drain straight down into it. And I don't want to do that yet. I want to build a chasm of stone so that they have a decent amount of fishing down here. That guy just nearly killed himself. That guy... Okay. That's ridiculous. Stop doing that, idiots. You guys will kill yourself if I let you. Come on. Chop, chop, chop. This is a pretty cool level. I like the snow. I can't wait until I can take advantage of it. Guess I have to do that little bridge real slow. I forgot how horrible it is not having dwarf drowning. One of my guys was drowning? Seriously? It's like a foot of water. All you gotta do is stand up in it. Okay, what have I got? Archer's Book. Increases the damage inflicted by ranged weapons. Now, I do have an archer that I could give that to, but I'm not going to just yet, mainly for the fact that, you know, he might die here pretty soon because I can't heal him, just from his stupidity of jumping off walls and cliffs and things of that sort. And if that happens, I'd lose that skill, and so I don't want to do that just yet. Yeah, kill all this stuff and give me some trees, man. I need some trees. You guys are a bunch of idiots. I don't know how I'm going to get up here. I guess they can climb. I missed my scaffolding. Where's my scaffolding? Okay. So this area can grow trees, which means this is going to be the area where I'm going to build my house. How do I get there? I guess we're going to go straight down here. And I'm going to do a small little hut to start with. Right there. Maybe a little bit more. And of course I'll expand it as I mine up some of this dirt and reformat it and stuff like that. I guess I can't chop that down just yet. So many things to do. So few guys to do it in. Because they can't climb, they can't chop, they're very worthless right now. At least until I get, you know, a higher level of my skill. Let's see, what can I make? Something that will level me up a little bit. Rope. I don't think I have any wool yet. No, I don't have any wool. Let's see. Torches. I guess we can do some torches. Resin you get from trees, wood you get from trees, so they go hand in hand. There we go. Almost a full level. Not quite. More wood. I'm gonna need lots more wood, guys. Let's see. Yeah, more wood, more wood, more wood. Okay, wood is the key. Let's go get some wood, guys. As soon as you're done over there. I got another dwarf drowning. Come on, get over here. Hey, sorry about that, guys. I had to cough. I didn't want to do it right in your ears. So, half a second after I started doing that, this message popped up. So you didn't miss anything. We end up getting level 5, which is another guy, 2 stones, and 2 slimes. So that's kind of nice. Definitely need to use that guy as much as possible. Let's go ahead and equip something on him. Skeleton Saber, we actually got off of killing the skeleton. 17 damage. That's amazing. That's a lot more damage than anything we're going to get for quite some time. It is a weapon, so it's not going to be used pretty much for anything else. I'm not going to give it to this guy, mainly for the fact that he's an archer. You know, that's where his skill lies. So this guy is a logger. I guess I can give it to him because he doesn't have a skill level yet. He's not a melee guy. He's not a wizard. He's nothing as far as weapons go. So what are you doing, man? Get up there. So they're chopping some of that stuff down. Get some of that wood. You can climb. You can chop this stuff down in front of you. Yeah, see, he's telling you what he wants. He wants that little golden guy down so that he can build or go to sleep. Well, we haven't gotten to that point yet. We need to build this little outcropping right here, which, oh, there's some iron over here. Oh, this is a great spot. Probably not a great spot to build a house because I'm going to expand it so drastically. I'll probably have to put a little thing of just dirt down here that I know I don't need to mine. Come on, guys. Get over there. A lot of stuff for you to do, but some things more important than others. Oh, man. What are you going to do? You going to chop that? Nope. Maybe he can't chop that. Maybe he can't do it because there's no place for him to stand. I bet that's what it is. So this guy's going to put the last... No, not the last one. He still needs one more layer. There we go. And he's going to go around the outside too. Well, that's fine because I need the trees. It's telling you that he's tired. He wants to go to Betty by land right there with the Z's. But he's not able to do it just yet because there's no place for him to go to bed. And in the early stages, like I said before, I lost a whole bunch of my guys. They died so quickly because, you know, they'd get damaged here and there just from falling. Not even from attacking, but just from falling down and doing some stupid stuff. So if they don't have a way to heal themselves up somehow, you know, through going to bed, through getting some food. Food, as far as I know, doesn't actually regenerate their life, but it does make them a lot happier, and they seem to work a lot harder if you feed them. So that's definitely something you want to do. Now I am going to do both layers, so I know that I'm not missing any of the coal or things behind it. As you notice that when he chops this stuff down, sometimes there's another layer of coal or another layer of resources behind the first layer. That's not always the case. Sometimes you'll chop it down a block like this that's coal or iron, and then behind that will just be a regular block of dirt. Let's see, complete task, coal collected. So we got one ladder. In fact, I can put this light down so that I don't start getting growth down here. Somebody will have to go up to the top to get it. They have to get it from your little base right here. This is where all your stuff is stored. And so they'll have to get it from here, go down the ladder, drag it all the way over here and put it down. So that does take them a little while to do. Let's see. So they're almost done here. And they may not even be able to get these blocks up here if they chop everything down that they're standing on. So that's going to suck. May have to have them come down from the top to be able to get there. Let's see what I got right here. Climber's Book. Increases your skill moving up vertical mines and cliffs so that you fall less frequently. Definitely something to give these people. Loggers, climbers. There we go. Give them the climbing book. And you can see he went up to 19 out of 10, so another 9 points. The first one went 20, so I'm not, or not 20, but 10. So I'm not quite sure why some of them were getting 10 and some of them were getting 9. These guys are idiots. Okay, so they're chopping that down. Now, if I had more ladders, which would be because I have more wood, but I don't have any wood, so I'm not going to be able to do that just yet. But if I had more ladders, I'd definitely be able to build a ladder straight down here. Might be a little quicker for them to get over here, especially if I got rid of, say, this little area. Because this whole thing right here is not working out. I'm going to have to wait until I get some scaffolding or something to do that idea that I wanted to do. In the meantime, I'll just use this row right here as a means of blocking out the snow. can do that. And if I dig, you know, I guess I'm not going to dig, but if I leave it like this, that's at least 3 layers. So that's pretty good. That's the highest you need for a Tesla tower. That's you know, a good size for a tree. Not the greatest. I would rather have like 5, you know, for a tree to be able to grow really, really tall. But this little ghost guy, you definitely want to kill if you see him. He's kind of annoying. He doesn't really do that much damage, but what he does is he comes over here and takes stuff out of your storage and just flings it. He doesn't take it, he doesn't steal it, he just flings it. And so if you only had one Tesla tower that you wanted to put down, the Tesla coil thing, and he takes it and he flings it out of there, this little item down here will change to 0 because you only had 1. It's not gone, it's just your dwarfs have to go back, pick it up, and take it back to the base. So it's just more of an annoyance that you know, you're losing out on that for that amount of time. Oh yeah, that's not good. Let's see, I need some more ladders. Whether I like it or not, whether I want to use the wood or not, I have to, otherwise my guys will kill themselves. Let's see, put one right there. And they definitely need to finish down here already, man. It's taking you guys forever. I'll get rid of all this. We'll do that later. Doesn't need to look perfect for now. And I do only have 27 minutes into the main attack, so granted, my guys may be safe down here, but this little area up here is completely exposed. So I need to cover this up somehow, build a layer around it of stone or something like that. I was kind of hoping I'd get to the point where I could build a house around it, and then you know, slowly upgrade the house with towers and things of that sort. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. Mainly because my guys are idiots and they're just falling to their death over here. Yes, jump it. Jump it. Die! Oh man, these guys like committing suicide or something. Because that's just crazy right there.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Let's see. Do we have any more trees? Now we have to go pretty far to get the trees. So you can see the dirt's falling, or not the dirt, the snow's falling up here. That's kind of what I want to avoid by building this thing up here, but it doesn't seem to be affecting us down here. So when the snow falls, it's not... Maybe it's melting. Maybe that's what it's doing. But usually when the rain would fall, you'd see right here on around the little corner of the block, literally right here, you'd see water draining down into it. You don't really see that with this snow, so I'm not quite sure how that interacts with water or what just yet, so we'll have to wait and see. It does look like the snow is about to collapse, though. Yep. But the snow up here doesn't look like it's about to collapse. So I wonder why some of it does and some of it doesn't. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm still learning, you know, the habits of the snow. And then there's some ice over here. And we haven't really harvested any ice yet. So I'm not quite sure what the difference of that is. Maybe that's just water that's been frozen on the surface. And there might be a way to, like, drain that down into my little river later on, or I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Replace front snow, replace rear snow. There we go. I didn't even know I could do that. I could literally replace the snow with something else. There we go. That's so much better. What about this? Can I replace? Yeah, I sure can. Nice. So I'm replacing the stone with my dirt, and the reason I'm doing that is mainly for a couple reasons actually. One, trees can't grow on stone, and dirt's completely useless for the most part. I mean, there's one or two things that require dirt as a recipe, but it's so laughable because you have so much of it. So it's never like, oh, I'm running out of dirt, I need to go mine some more. At least not in these early stages. Maybe in some world out there it's all stone and no dirt, and the tables will be turned, and finally you'll have too much stone and not enough dirt. But for now, dirt's the, you know, it's dirt. It's a common commodity, you know, unless you're living in Kevin Costner's Waterworld. You got plenty of it to go around that you don't have to worry too badly about it. So let's go ahead and chop this tree down. Definitely need that. And hopefully some of these trees will begin to grow here on this long platform that I have. Let's go ahead and expand out this way. I do got about 23 minutes before the next wave comes, so we'll have to start thinking about defenses here. But usually most of the defenses include wood at this stage, so I may just have them. I'll check that guy out. I don't want to get him to come too far over. And I've only seen the trees growing out of snow, so I'm hoping that the trees can grow out of dirt on this level. For all I know, they have to be on snow, which would suck, because I wasn't planning for that. But now that I'm looking at it, they are all snow. Okay, well. See, guys, did you ever finish? No, you're still digging down here. Okay, let's look at... Here it is. Put that down here. Let's put that in here. Actually, can we put it up here? Yeah, we'll leave it right there. It's a good spot for it, right out of the way. Because I may have to put another layer down here as a floor. Because I am going to dig out pretty much all of this resources eventually. So I do want a nice little stable platform for them to be able to walk on, for me to put a bed on, you know, tables, things of that sort. So for now, we're just going to use the dirt. Granted, later on, I would prefer to use something else. Let's see, comfort none. Actually, leave that dirt there, because it is just dirt. There they go. Now, there's resources in there when they put that dirt down. I don't know if I just lose those resources or what. Okay, they're picking that stuff up. Let's see, can I put some more ladders down? Because I'm running out of just one. Oh my god. That's going to suck. Okay, so where do I want to put this ladder? It wants me to seal this off. But I don't want to seal this off just yet. So I may have to move this further down. Because you can leave it open. It just can't be so close to your main base to be an issue. So let's get rid of this and move it a little bit further down. Do that again. There we go. And we'll put some lights in here. I tend to prefer to put them up at least 3 high, because later on when you get tables and things of that sort that you want to put down, they're at least 2. They take up 2 spots, 2 high, and sometimes 2 wide. I think I've seen one table take up 3 wide, so yeah, if you're going to put lights down, make sure they're at least 3 up. Otherwise, you will have to move them later on when you... yeah, let's get rid of that. When you start putting that stuff down. Oh, check out this guy. Yeti. Dangerous. Yetis feel comfortable at any time of the day in the ice world. Don't let them gather near your camp. I wonder what happens when they do. I guess the wood... Yeah, me gathering the wood drew their attention. Attack him. Where's he at? Where's he going? Kill him. Now, I've seen the enemies, if they dominate your base, they land right on top of it, but I've never seen them destroy it. I don't know if it's because we're playing it on, you know, the first level was easy and this one's just normal now, whether they're attacking or not. But, you know, when this wave happens, if you let it get out of hand and your guys aren't capable of taking it on, they will just sit there and wait. And you can pretty much wait them out until the day, or yeah, the night is over and the day comes. And then they all get burned in the sun, so that's always an option to try to do that. They may change that later on and make it where, you know, if you do that, you know, you'll lose. What happened to all my... You know, I gave these guys pickaxes. I don't understand. Did they die? They must have died. Yeah, I guess they died. Because this weapon's off of them, too. Go ahead and put this back on him. So I need one more pickaxe. Let's go ahead and craft that if we got the materials to do it. Which we don't. Okay. So he is basically just a grunt who will pick up stuff and take it back to the camp, because he can't mine anything without a pickaxe. Whether it's the crappiest pickaxe in the game or the greatest one, he needs one, period, just to be able to chop stuff down. So, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Again, if you like these episodes, please hit the like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. We're doing fairly well to start with. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done because we just started the game, but it's a pretty cool level. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode.